I personally am most excited about. As a new leader here in Canada, I'm going to have an asset that's going to match the leadership that I want to bring to Canada, that gives our employees that opportunity to really connect with our customers and our partners in a totally different way. A great opportunity for us, not only here in Toronto, because we are going to be leveraging this asset right across Canada. Our Innovation Centre is going to extend out to Vancouver and to Halifax. I have travelled the breadth of the country now, so east and west. But we don't want the asset just to be a Toronto thing. We have the technology that means we can make it pervasive across Canada. So proud of this building because not only will it be the first truly smart building in North America, it will be a living, breathing opportunity for people to come in, not only hear about what smart technology can do, but actually see it in action.
This is our Innovation Centre. We announced it last year as one of the 5 centres in the world, one of the centres of excellence around the Internet of Everything, where we will bring together our customers, our partners, our university relationships, as well as startups and a whole new ecosystem of innovation companies to co-create solutions that are really helping to monetize and capitalize on the Internet of Everything. The space that you're standing in is going to be a large experience center. This is not about showing technologies, but about showing how we can together solve industry problems and really drive efficiencies and new experiences and productivity into Canada. You're going to see in the back there lots of kind of meeting spaces that are, to Deb's point, going to talk to other spaces. So this becomes kind of our innovation headquarters, a hub and spoke model, where we're really going to expand our footprint across the country. And then behind there is going to be a big lab where we're going to invite new startups and new companies and new technologies to come and test their capabilities as we try to solve or look at create solutions for in healthcare, in education, in manufacturing, as well as real estate. And we're particularly excited about this building and our upcoming move is that the whole building is becoming not just a showcase, but also almost like a living lab. We have the ability to really kind of get to the data of all the things that we're going to connect in this space to really show how we can optimize space utilization and really create an innovative environment for our workforce and for all our customers and our partners to come in. And that's really the premise, not just of the Innovation Center, but of this whole building. And that is building on this concept of the Internet of Things. We're going to see today that from HVAC to sensors to blinds to lighting, all of it will be networked and all is going to be run on one base building infrastructure. No more separate infrastructure, no more disparate protocols and systems that don't communicate with one another. Everything is really coming together in a very concerted, very efficient IT architecture.
So some of the strategies that we ended up employing that I'll talk about very briefly here really are about maximum flexibility in the space, a higher utilization, not just for density purposes, but to make the space feel alive, to make it feel like work is visible and that people are coming into the office and you're seeing the occupants, there's collaboration, there's constant communication and knowledge sharing amongst staff. The other added flexibility that we wanted to build in is flexibility in terms of where people work. The choice in the workplace, so creating a lot of different work settings so that individuals can choose a work setting that truly supports the function that they have to accomplish on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, or a minute-to-minute basis. So building all of that fluidity into the space was critically important, not only for day 1 and move-in, but year 5 and year 6 and year 7. So making this a breathing, a solution that is organically going to change with Cisco over time, knowing that the technology will change and the opportunities for change will always be present in the business.
This is a brand new technology that Cisco has partnered up with running the system, but it's Philips light fixtures. So as you can see here, these are typically the base building fixtures that have regular power and they have fluorescent lights in them. These 3 lights over here is what is called the power over Ethernet. So there's no traditional power going through this. It's run off CAD 6 cable. So what that does, there's no electrical running through it. It's run off a CAD 6. There's no heat given off of this, so that lowers the HVAC as well. And it's easier to install because it just plugs in like a telephone. That's all you have to do. You don't have to hardwire it in. So this is 4,000 Kelvin. So we had to have some mock-ups put together for Oxford to get us approval so we could put it in the building. This is 4,000 Kelvin, and this is 3,500 Kelvin. So these last two light fixtures are the PLE that are to match the base building light fixtures. And they're all IP addressed too. So what we're doing from day one, we're powering everything up so it's on motion sensors, and that's what we're building the project to is day one. But it's all the day 2, day 3, and day 4. That's where all the systems, the technology is going to change on this project. So we get all the infrastructures in first, and then pass over to Cisco, and then we're going to have all of these infrastructures that are going to be changing. And
this building was built over the last 24 months. We had a working network in this building when there was no glass on the exterior of the facility. So every floor is network based. So when Cisco arrived here, they weren't scrambling to get fiber connections up from the basement. They weren't scrambling to get, how are we going to power this lighting system? How are we going to power the VAV boxes? The network was already here, ready for them as a base building network. So what we're doing now, to Richard's point, is we're augmenting that base building network. We're adding on more Cisco gear, more switches out in the floor space to power lights. The HVAC system is already powered by the base building network, but we're using the network, as Rick said earlier, to power all these devices, and it's already here. So you're going to see, in amongst all this construction, drywall, studs going on, there's a working, functioning network on this floor powering the VAV boxes, even as we go through and do the construction.